Hello viewers, welcome to Mantan TV. Today we have CA HANMANDLOO with us to discuss on the points regarding credit cards. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
In an article we can see that credit card addition or approval for credit card had decreased for 50%.
Yes.
What could be the reason? Because we can see these days credit cards are people are using credit card everywhere, and that became easy access to the people.
Yes.
But this fall for 50%, what could be the reason?
Controlling after giving the card, it's better to control, it is better to restrict the new cards.
Yes.
And restrict the limits also based on the source of income. One source, many commitments.
Yes.
Not, may lead to delay and defaults also. And if there is a delay or default, what happens is it becomes NPA. Once a loan account becomes NPA, he cannot borrow loans from anywhere.
Okay.
However, if the delay is more than 90 days or 3 installments, he cannot borrow a loan from anywhere.
Okay.
Because that will be recorded in CIBIL score. So all these credit cards issuing authorities, if there is a default by the borrower, they'll record the information to the CIBIL. Okay. So that will lead the under the scoring of the means reduction in score of CIBIL score by the borrower. So that will lead to many disastrous things.
Yes.
And one more thing is what is happening is multiple lending is happening. The same person having only one source of income is getting housing loan, personal loan, credit card, vehicle loan,
yes,
education loan also sometimes. All these loans may not be possible to repay on time because the source of income is less.
Yes.
There should be a, what we'll call consolidated information about source and commitments. If the commitments are less than 40% of the income earned, the borrower will be comfortably can repay the loans.
Yes.
But if the commitments are more than 40%, it will be difficult for him to repay because he has to borrow to repay.
Yes. Again.
And he comes a debt trap, which is dangerous.
Yes.
And he has to borrow to repay the loan, installment or loan also. That is a dangerous situation. Runavalem, Telugu Runavalem, English it is called debt trap. To borrow, forced to borrow to repay the loan itself is dangerous. So he should be able to earn and repay, but should not be made to borrow to repay.
Yes.
That should be the caution to be taken by all the banks and financial institutions before lending. Let it be credit card, personal loan, housing loan, vehicle loan, education loan, or any loan, even gold loan also.
Yeah.
Of course, gold loan is also fully secured. I am not saying that it is risky, but even then, why a person is going for mortgaging the gold, which is considered as a what we call prestigious asset for every person, every family.
Yes.
And their mortgaging means it is not a good symptom. So all this should be taken into consideration while granting the loans. This is the most important thing which has to be taken care of by the banks while issuing credit cards, additional credit. That precaution step.
New cards.
That precaution is a step will lead to reduction in issue of new
credit
additional credit cards. This is the reason.
Okay. So is it possible for a person to have more than 3 credit cards from different?
What is happening is there is no information sharing between
the banks.
Between the banks and credit cards issuing banks.
Okay.
One person may give one card.
Yeah.
Another bank also will give another card. Third bank also will give. Fourth bank also will give.
So there is no limit. There is no limit.
See, this is what happening.
Okay.
That is the reason for delay and default by the card holders. The overborrowing.
Yes.
That should be restricted, and there should be a centralized passing agency for lending advisory also. Just like see, this CIBIL score is and NPA is post sanctioning of the loan. So what precaution needs to be taken before sanctioning the loan is to understand, is to collect the information about the commitments, source of income, and how we can repay. And then only it is better to sanction fresh loans. It will be better. Otherwise, it will be post-mortem and it will be it will cause unnecessary tension and burden on the individual who borrowed loans.
Yes.
Of course, it is his commitment to be, he will repay. But when and how?
Yes.
What will be the source of income? whether he will borrow and further or he repay from his own source. And if the person becomes defaulter, then three things may happen, three or four things may happen. One is he will not get future loans in future. Next one is the default is always affects the economy.
Yes.
Not only himself, his family, his personal economy, personal financial position, also the lender's financial, bank's financial position also. And he will be mental distress,
Yes.
which is not good for anybody's well-being. And also it will be national waste. So if the same should have been given to manufacturing sector or agriculture sector or infrastructure sector, that will create wealth.
Yes.
But these are given to expenditure. And lending for spending is the most dangerous thing that banks are adopting in India.
Yes. These days we can see that.
Lending should be only for earning income or for investment or for future benefit like education. Some of the it will give benefit in the future.
Yes.
But what they are getting, lending for spending, most dangerous. This are being adopted by the Indian banks, total banks, which are not all good. Of course, they are following a European and US model also. They are also the same face. Lehman Brothers the same 2008. Over borrowing,
Yes.
over valuations. The same will happen in these personal loans. And one thing is that one more suggestion is all these credit cards should be only for commercial purpose, not for personal purpose. Commercial purpose, it should be for earning income, not for personal spending. There should be a restriction. Of course, I heard that there is a restriction, and the Reserve Bank permits the banks only to issue credit cards only for commercial purpose, not for a spending purpose.
Personal.
Of course, this person may be the person owning the card may be misguiding or misusing or using in different manner for different purpose. But the main purpose of lending through credit card is, according to my knowledge, my personal knowledge, it is only for commercial purpose, means earning income.
Yes.
Or investment.
As you told, commercial and personal credit cards, what is the limitation?
See, I told you, when a person is earning 50,000, he can repay up to 20,000 comfortably, 40% of. There is no limit, but presuming that 40% better. If it is more than 20%, he cannot reduce his expenditure, means education or family maintenance, rents, electricity. He cannot. This is essential. We cannot reduce that.
No, just to have the differentiation between the what we say, personal and
Commercial.
Commercial.
Commercial means a business purpose. He is carrying on business. He needs some credit card for going out, for traveling, or for meeting his commitments on time. This is for earning, not for spending. Means all this amount is spent to
wisely to others.
to earn more. So that should be the cost of borrowing. And lending for spending should be discouraged, and lending should be allowed only for earning. Maybe today, tomorrow, or in future. That will give best results. There are so many sectors which can be given, which need financial assistance. Maybe manufacturing sector, MSME sector, service sector, education sector, infrastructure sector, agriculture,
Yes.
transportation sector, energy sector. A lot of scope is there for their dry need of funds. These funds may be diverted to that side, and these personal loans should be discouraged, because it is only for they are postponing the what we call, there is no financial discipline because of free easy money
credit,
through credit
yes.
card or personal loans.
Yes.
That will lead to many disasters, not only personally but also for society, economy, and his personal life also. All these will be bad things.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.